is an exclusive presentation of PRISM Sports.
All right, good morning, everybody. Or is it afternoon? I don't know. I'm probably playing this at night, but, whatever. I am the great Dick Taco here with you for some more MLB classics. Tonight we take you to, as my hero on the screen there, Mike Schmidt, we take you to Broad and Patterson Streets in South Philadelphia. And it's 1985 as the Phillies host the New York Mets. Jerry Koosman on the mound for Philadelphia. And there he is, the 42-year-old left-hander who was a former Met on the 69 championship team, faces his former squad today, even though I don't think anybody who played for him in 69 is still there. So let's see who the Mets have first. Leading off is the most likely ugliest man in the history of baseball, Wally Backman, who later on became a member of the Phillies and Pirates.
Number 6.
And here we are ready for the first pitch. Koosman into the windup. Ooh, fastball outside corner for strike one. Backman looks a little unnerved at the left-handed wily veteran there.
First pitch.
Going to go into the second pitch. First inning here. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and a low curveball out of the zone. Backman still swings at it. He's now down 0-2. The 0-2 from Koosman. Backman hits one deep into the left, but John Russell's there. He'll put it away. One away here. Russell also a catcher playing left field today. As the Phillies are facing Sid Fernandez, who is a left-hander as well. So we're going to see a lot of righties in the lineup today as we get a good shot pan around the vet here in South Philadelphia. Now batting is the center fielder, number 1, Mookie Wilson. As Koosman's into the windup. Ooh, fastball fouled away. It's 0-1. Mookie, a good young center fielder here. Had many good years here ahead of him here in New York. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, this curveball dipping inside as Mookie fouled it away. Another Met batter at 0-2. Jerry off to a fine start today. What may think it's final season. The 0-2. Fastball fouled away. It's out of play. Some lucky fan will go home with a souvenir. Still 0-2 to Mookie Wilson. Koosman into his windup. Oh, low curveball. Now it's 1-2. Beautiful day out today here at Veterans Stadium. You can see some work's been done moving the scoreboards around here for the 85 season. Counts 1-2 to Mookie Wilson. Here's Koosman. High fastball popped up. Mike Schmidt under it. It's 2 away here in the first. Schmidt playing first today. A young kid named Rick Shue playing third. He said, supposed to be Schmidt's replacement. All you people my age and older know how that worked out. Here's Keith Hernandez, the number 3 hitter. Former 1979 MVP with the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's Koosman. High fly ball, center field. Maddox under it. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Mets nothing. And the Phillies coming to bat. There he is, Sid Fernandez, El Cid. The reason they should have come up with a pitch counter, I don't know, 35 years ago. We used to count, my father and I. This guy would take like 2 minutes in between pitches. Ridiculous. But he's who we have to face today in this mainly right-handed Philadelphia lineup. Gary Maddox, the Secretary of Defense, leads off. What's the old saying? 2/3 of the earth is covered by water, the other third is covered by Gary Maddox. As Fernandez is into the windup. Oh, there's a looper out to second. It's like Backman fields the ball, and it'll be 1 away for the Phillies here in the bottom of the inning. So we get another beautiful shot at Veterans Stadium. John Russell, the right-handed left fielder / catcher. As Fernandez is again into his windup. Curveball low, it's 1-0. Fernandez would make his mark coming to the Phillies years later, but not nearly as effective as he was here in 85 and 86 with the future National League champion Mets of the next season. The 1-0 to Russell. Here's Fernandez. Oh, blew it right by him. And it's 0-2 to Russell. 1-2. 1-1 runs. I'm lost, folks. This is the first time I'm doing this. Let's see. Fernandez again, another windup. Oh. 1-2 to the left fielder, John Russell. See, there was a ball in there. I knew it was right. Here's the Sid. Oh, he hits a nice outside pitch, but fouls it away. It's still 1-2 to John Russell. Oh, struck him out. It's 2 away for the Phillies. I feel like I'm a little kid again watching this, guys. Look at that. Oh,
The second baseman.
whiffed right by him.
Number 8.
So it's 2 down for the Phillies here in the first as second base sensation Juan Samuel comes up. High fly ball to center. Mookie Wilson's under it. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Going into the top of the second, it's the Mets nothing and the Phillies nothing. That'll bring up Gary Carter, just over from Montreal. All-star with Montreal. He'll be catching for the Mets behind him. They're calling the signals for a big fence save. So he gets a look at Jerry Kuzma. Ooh, just a bit outside. Looked a little close to me. And Kuzma's let me umpire know about it there. Just by the facial expressions alone. Here's Kuzma with the 1-0 to Carter. Oh, nice slider. Outside and low, but Carter went for it. It's 1-1. Take a look at the umpires we have today. I believe Jerry Hillsdale's behind the plate. Here's the 1-1 from Kuzma. Oh, fastball right over the middle. It's now 1-2 to the kid, Gary Carter. The 1-2. Ooh, curveball right over the plate. Foul ball. 1-2 to Gary Carter. High fly ball over to third. Shoe under it. 1 away here at the top of the second. And there's the guy that's, as I spoke earlier, he's the guy that's supposed to take over from Mike Schmidt. As you see, Schmidt at first, Samuel, Jeltz, Shoe in the outfield, Russell, Maddox, Wilson, Ozzie Virgil behind the plate. Like I said, it's going to be a very heavily favored right-handed lineup due to the left-handed pitching of El Cid. I'll bring up Darryl Strawberry, who takes the first pitch strike. Strawberry, another good young lion here for the New York Mets. It's plus power and speed, and is actually a decent fielder on top of it. Here's the 0-1. High fly ball. Russell's heading over. I don't think he can get it. That's going to, that'll bounce out of play. So it's 0-2 to Strawberry. Here's the 0-2 delivery by Kuzma. Struck him right on out of there, as Richie Ashburn would say, folks. That was too close to take. We've got 2 down here at the top of the second. Look at this pitch. Right over the plate. You couldn't hand deliver a ball any better than that. I mean, if you want to swing at a pitch, that's the pitch to swing at. That's all I got to say. And with 2 down, here comes the veteran George Foster. Pitch from Kuzma. High fly ball out to Maddox, but I don't think it's got the distance as he settles under it, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Going into the halfway through the second, it's the Mets nothing and the Phillies coming up with that. That'll bring on Mike Schmidt.
Leading up for the Phillies.
His first appearance here. He is, I just want to say that I can't be impartial on this. This guy is my absolute all-time favorite player. I've been in fist fights with people who say he's not the greatest third baseman ever. As El Cid to do his windup. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. I mean, a combination of 10 gold gloves. There's videos of him on YouTube just barehanded the ball off the vet turf. Here's the 1-0. Oh, Schmidt lines one. Foul. Down the right side. It's 1-1. 1-1. When Schmidt lines one in the first, that's our first hit of the ball game. As Big Mike gets the first. So Schmidt's on with nobody out. Just a nice pitch, a little to the outside. He drives it to the opposite field. Like I said, we got a bad on. Gonna bring up Glenn Wilson, who lines another one into center field this time. That's 2 on with nobody out for the field. So we got back-to-back hits here for Schmidt and Wilson. Take another look at that inside, but he manages it to not get jammed and drive it right over a second baseman's head. Now batting is the new third baseman, Rick Shue. God. Talking to my buddy the other day. He goes, I know where his rookie card is. I'm like, yeah, that's worth about 2 cents. If you're lucky. You have to give the guy 2 cents for it. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Yeah, they only put him at third for about 2 weeks, put Schmidt at first, and put Schmidt right back. Here's the 1-0. And he's going to make me look bad. Wait, and it's caught by Strawberry, as Schmidt will tag up from second and head third. Well, Shue does his job, moves the runner, but, you know, if you look at the Mets lineup with Carter behind the plate, Hernandez, Backman, Santana, and Johnson in the infield. And the outfield is Foster, Wilson, and Strawberry. A decent matchup with some little titans in a batter's box here on both teams. That's going to bring up the switch-hitting shortstop, Steve Jilts. Man, first and third, 1 out, folks. Ooh, just a bit inside, as Steve's got to get out of the way on that one. By Fernandez. Foul out of play. One and one to Steve Jeltz. He belts one. I think Backman's going to get this one. There'll be no chance for Schmidt to tag as it's barely out of the infield. And we've got 2 gone with runners at the corner. That'll bring up the catcher, Ozzie Virgil. Virgil, his first appearance at the plate today, hoping he can at least knock Schmidt in from third here. 2 outs for Fernandez. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Ooh, high fastball. Swing and miss. 0-1 to Ozzie Virgil. Here's the 0-1 for the Phillies catcher. Oh, he fists that one, and Sid's got it. What a horrible swing. Well, the Phils leave 2 men on. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Going into the third, it's the Mets nothing and the Phillies nothing.
Johnson.
Bring up Howard Johnson. First trip to the batter's box today. Funny story, he was another one of my favorite third basemen growing up, and staying in a lot of Howard Johnsons, like many other kids going on vacation with their families, born in the late 70s, early 80s. We stayed at a lot of Howard Johnsons, and my father told me that it was basically the same guy. I used to leave him notes in all the rooms. Kuzman's into his windup. Here's the pitch. Low and away, but called a strike. It's 0-1. Howard Johnson. Hojo, as they call it. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, low slider on the outside corner coming in. But Johnson finds himself quickly 0-2 behind Kuzma. The 0-2. And he breaks his back, jams him there, and he flies out to Schmidt at first base. 1 away. Rafael Santana, the shortstop, up. His first trip to the dish today. Kuzma. Rivers. Foul, 0-1. Santana, not one of the more well-known players in this lineup. The 0-1 by Kuzma. Curveball outside of the leg for 1-1. I don't think this may be Kuzma's last year. He has pitched for quite a long time for many great teams. White Sox, Mets. Now our hometown beloved Phillies. Another foul. Well, it's 1-2 to Santana. 1 away here in the 3rd inning. Beautiful weather here at Veterans Stadium today. Here's the pitch. Boom, ground ball. Shoe misses it, but Jelt's right behind him, and they can't get Santana at first. Reasons like that is why Shoe didn't last very long at third base, folks. That would have been a routine play for Schmidt. He would have left his feet. There it is again. He drives it right down the line. I mean, Jelt's did a hell of a job getting behind him there, but I mean, there was just no getting. So I mean, Santana's speed down towards the line. That'll bring up the pitcher spot, El Cid. He's going to try to sacrifice. But they're just going to go to the lead runner and get 2 away here. And Santana moves up to second on the sacrifice by Fernandez.
Now batting, second baseman, Wally Beckman.
The lineup turns over. Here's Backman again. He's 0 for 1 in his first at bat and flew out. Pitch by Kuzma from the stretch. Fastball. 0-1 to Backman. Kuzma from the stretch. Curveball low. It's 1-1. Oh boy, deep left field, way back, and it's gone. Wally Backman with a 2-run homer to put the Mets up 2-0. Really. Tried to fool him with a high pitch and bam, he hit it out. Backman, that's unusual. Backman not known for his power, but with a pitch like that, I mean, I don't know how you could lay off of it. Here it is again. You watch it again as it's right over the plate and right about not even chest level, but 393 feet to left, folks, out there in the above the bullpen area. And things are not going well for Kuzma here in the 3rd.
The center fielder, number 1, Cookie Wilson.
There's another fastball over the middle. Oh, Maddox goes for it, but he misses it. I think they're going to score that a base hit anyway, because it was almost uncatchable. Gary tried, but not as fast as he was back in '75 when he got to the Giants. Man on second, 2 out. Mets up 2-0 for Keith Hernandez, the first baseman. 0 for 1 in his first at bat today. Hernandez never been known to wear batting gloves. Real tough guy. And he grounds the Jelts, comes up with it, throws the first, Schmidt retrieves, and definitely retires. So the Mets take the lead on ugly Wally Backman's homer. Out to left, the 390-footer that, even my grandmother could have hit that. It was right over the plate. So 3 hits, 2 runs, the Mets up 2-0 as the Phils come to bat at the bottom of the 3rd. Here's Kuzma batting right-handed, the pitcher spot. If he can get something going to help his cause here, as he just, coughed up 2 runs here. Here's the pitch by Fernandez. Kuzma grounds over to Hernandez, Keith Hernandez. And we have 1 away in the bottom of the 3rd.
Now batting, center fielder, Gary Maddox.
Gotta bring up Gary Maddox. Worried about him getting injured in the top of 3rd as he dove for that ball and missed it, but it didn't cause any runs. Here's the pitch. Ooh, ground ball. Sid, fleet-footed as ever, gets over to that pitch and throws out the speedy Maddox. I haven't seen Fernandez move that fast unless there was a Twinkie involved.
Number 29.
So that's 2 down. It'll bring up the left fielder, John Russell, struck out his first at bat. Two outs, Phil's down 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch by Fernandez. That'll be 1-0 outside. John Russell. Russell, like I said, is listed as a backup catcher, but with Ozzie Virgil and the young Darren Dalton, he's been more relegated to the outfield now. 1-0 to Russell. Pitch by Fernandez. Ooh, big sweeping curveball. It's a little low, but it's called a strike. 1-1. Counts even to Russell. 1-1. Here's Fernandez. Russell lines one over by the bullpen area there. Foul. Now the count will be 1-2 to the left fielder. And Russell bangs one into right field, but Strawberry quickly there. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Going into the fourth, the Mets are up 2-0. Carter back up to bat. He's 0 for 1. Popped out in the second.
Off of the net. The catcher, number 8, Gary Carter.
Kuzma's still in the game, even though giving up a home run back in the last inning. I mean, he's got plenty of time with the first pitch. Strike. 0-1 to Gary Carter. I hope the people out there are enjoying these games now that I'm doing commentary, because I happen to love baseball more than anything in the world. As Kuzma goes for the 0-1. Curveball. Oh, just out of the reach of Samuel. That's going to be that's going to be trouble, folks. That's going to be at least a double. Carter's have a lot of speed, but that ball was going all the way to the wall. And Carter leads off to fourth with a double.
Number 18.
I don't know. We'll have to see if they're going to come out there and look. I mean, Strawberry is left-handed, so I would leave Kuzma. But it's looking like the old man is having some trouble. Here's the first pitch to Strawberry. Called strike. Right over the plate. Strawberry hitless so far today. But tested in the outfield as he's running around catching those balls all afternoon. Here's Kuzma with the 0-1 to Strawberry. Oh, faked him up with the off-speed pitch. It's 0-2. Yeah, the vet was not pretty, folks, but I called it home for many years. Carter on second, nobody out. The 0-2 to Strawberry. And that's another fly ball. That's going to be trouble. Russell after it. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to get Carter at home. They're going to try, though. And he's in to make it a 3-0 lead to the Mets. I don't know what happened there. It looked like Kuzma tried to strike him out with a high fastball. And he just winds up, didn't quite go where he wanted it to, and he hits it the other way. And Russell got over there as fast as he could, but I mean, like I said, it wound up being low and not quite as inside. It's just behind inside, I think is what Virgil called for. Looks like the pitcher coach today is going to have a talk with Kuzma. In the middle relief here, the Phillies have Carmen, Anderson, Shipmanoff, DeColby, and Rucker. Starters are Raleigh, Denny, Hudson, and Gross, but you won't see any of them today. Well, Jerry's staying in. I mean, it is only the fourth, so. Strawberry on second, Mets up 3-0. Here's the pitch. The great George Foster, it's 0-1. You know, the year he was with Cincinnati, Schmidt at 48. Georgie Foster here hit 52. You know what he did after that? He went to these Mets. 0-1 to Foster. Here's the pitch from Kuzma. Oh, it goes out of the way, but nobody's on running. Goes all the way to the backstop there. Virgil's lucky because nobody was running on that pitch. Strawberry had more than enough speed to make that. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 on George Foster.
1 and 2.
Strawberry on second, 3-0 here in the top of the fourth. Nobody out for the Mets. The 0-2. Oh, he lines one down the outfield liner. Schmidt was able to field it. That's one ball. Strawberry will move up to third. One out, man on third.
Now batting, third baseman.
Schmidt adapted to first base well.
Johnson.
Shoot, not so much at third. I'll bring up Hojo, the great owner of chain hotels all over the Northeast in the 80s. With one away, here's Kuzman's delivery. And there's, that's going to drop in for a hit. I don't know, he's got a chance to get him at home. And he got him! Strawberry thought he was going to catch that and got a late start, but Glenn Wilson throws him out at home. Look at that throw. Boom, one hop, just barely got him, but he got him. Oh, just barely. Hair the other way, he's missing that. 2 outs, nobody on now for the speedy shortstop number 3, Rafael Santana. Takes a strike, 0-1. Like I said, his last at bat, Santana, one of the lesser known of this stellar lineup here that New York has. Boys from Queens. The 0-1 from Kuzma. Oh, curveball. 0-2. That was a little inside. Not much of Santana's liking. 2 outs, nobody on. The 0-2 to Rafael Santana here. Kuzma decides. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. Foul out of play. Once again, we go 0-2 to Santana. Steve Ruck came out of there. He's looking at a curveball, almost the same spot as the last one, as we look back at the Strawberry opposite field hit here. But Santana left that curveball right over the plate to strike out looking. 3-0 Mets. Phil's coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Samuel. Hitless in the ball game so far.
The second baseman.
Bottom of the 4th.
Number 8.
Hernandez into the windup. Oh, Samuel hits one down the line. Just foul. 0-1 to Juan Samuel. Another interesting fact, they had Juan Samuel glove day. Here's the 0-1. Low for a ball, 1-1. When I was a kid, I went to the vet, they had Juan Samuel glove day. The glove was like hard plastic. You couldn't even close it. And the next day at Little League practice, everybody's wearing it. Nobody catches anything as Samuel grounds one up the middle. Santana up with it. Throws to Hernandez, 1 away.
The batter.
Yeah, it was quite a mitt.
Mike.
Couldn't catch a cold. They'll bring off first baseman Schmidt. He's 1 for 1. Hernandez in the windup. Schmidt pops one up. Strawberry's running over into foul ground, but I didn't think he was going to get it. It's way too far. 0-1 to Michael Jack from Dayton, Ohio. Oh, as he looks at an off-speed pitch. 0-2 to Mike Schmidt. Hernandez sweating. No, look at him for God's sakes. Makes me hot just staring at him. Well, that didn't sound right. The 0-2. Schmidt fouls it off again. The 0-2 by Fernandez. Low. 1-2 to Mike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's really not getting much to hit here. I mean, he cracked that last pitch, but here's. He runs it up the middle. Backman under it. And gets him easy. 2 gone for the Phillies here. Phil's not getting much to hit today. Fernandez isn't really perfect if you watch this nice backhand play almost up the middle by Backman. Throws at Schmidt easy as, Schmidt's no, base burner. Brings up the hero of the last inning, right fielder Glenn Wilson. Ooh, a check swing. I don't know what the hell that was. But people can write about that in the comments later. Because it was not looking good. 0-1 to Glenn Wilson. Did I mention my father hated this guy? He doesn't remember now, but he really did. Oh, another check swing. What the hell's going on here? Come on, Glenn. Swing or not. Make a decision. Here's why my old man didn't like him. The 0-2 to right fielder Glenn Wilson. Here's Fernandez. Oh, and he swings at a low pitch. Carter drops it, but he's going to get him anyway. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, and a horrible at bat for Glenn Wilson. As we go into the fifth, it's the Mets 3 and the Phillies nothing. Very, very historically accurate broadcast here. It's very boring. These Phillies came on, he was Richie Ashburn falling asleep. Here's Fernandez in the box. He's sacrificed this last time up to move the runners. Here's Kuzma. First pitch in the fifth. Fouled off by Fernandez. Oh, he's up there looking like, he knows what he's doing. He was one of the worst hitting pitchers that I ever saw. Too. And he pops it up. Wilson over into foul territory. He may get this one, and he does. One away.
The batter number 6, second baseman.
There's Wally Backman. He's a hero at the plate and in the field today. Leadoff man. Here's Kuzma. Strike on Backman. It's 0-1. Fastball low, but Wally obviously wasn't happy with that one. Kuzma with the 0-1. Oh, curveball. Faked him out. Low curveball. 0-2 now. I wish I could get a partner for some of these broadcasts here, but apparently not easy to work with. 2 strikes to Backman as Kuzma goes in for windup. Fastball foul down the right field side. Foul terrible. Still 2 strikes and no balls to Backman. Here's Jerry. Oh, that one's in the dirt. He wanted to. Nice block by Virgil. Ozzy hasn't been getting a lot of games lately behind the plate as Darren Dalton, who's a left-hander. It's the only reason you don't see him today. He's seemingly taking the job as Phillies regular catcher. 1-2 by Kuzma. He lines it right to Samuel. 2 away here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cookie Wilson.
I'll bring up Mookie Wilson. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the 3rd. Two away. Here's Kuzma's delivery. High fly ball to left. John Russell should get this one easily. And that retires the side. But as you know, if you're any Phillies fans out there, nothing comes easy. No runs, no hits or errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Mets still up 3-0. Third baseman Rick Schu's going to lead it off. He's 0 for, I don't know. Who cares? Nah, he's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the 2nd. Fly out and miss ball down the 3rd base line, because that's where he plays. You should be able to field it. But with the Phillies today, they have Alec Bohm who can't field worth shit either. So Fernandez still in there at the bottom of the 5th. Here's his first pitch. Oh, shoot. Lines one, but Hernandez easily up with it as he cooks him away. I tell you, the Phils are going for a lot of first pitches today. They must look really good today.
Number 30.
It's not working out real well. Steve Jelf to the plate. He's popped out in his last at bat in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Switch hitter batting right-handed against Fernandez. Here's the pitch by us. Ground ball. That's going to be fair. Oh, I'm surprised. That looked like it was going foul. I'd like to see that again. I think you got hosed, Steve. The last chance here for the 5th will be Ozzie Virgil. Go for another pop out in the 2nd. Mets still ahead 3-0, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. The pitch by Fernandez. Fouled away by Ozzie Virgil. 0-1. That's going to be out of play. So it's 2 quick strikes to Virgil. Fernandez with the 0-2 looking for the strikeout. Here's the delivery. And he gets it with a high outside fastball. The Phils are down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. I might as well just have a recording to keep saying that because it's not looking real well here. It's the Mets 3 and the Phillies nothing as we go to the top of the 6th after these messages. Yes, I know there were no messages, but trying to play the part here. Hernandez up, he's 0 for 2. He flew out and grounded out. PRISM's going to stay in there for the 6th inning. He's able to give any more runs in that bad like inning and a half. Here's the pitch. Grounded up the middle. Jeltz won't get it. That's a base hit into center. Hernandez will be on for New York with nobody out here in the top of the 6th.
The catcher, number 8.
He gave him another one inside. Hernandez winds up driving it right up the middle. First hit of the afternoon. I think we're going to see some action in the Phillies bullpen as the left-hander number 39, Don Carmen, gets ready. Kuzman into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball, 0-1 to Gary Carter. Carter got on and scored earlier. Going to do some more damage here. It's 0-1. Kuzman in the stretch. Here's the delivery. Curveball, foul. Fouled off the foul territory. Big. 0-2 to Gary Carter. Stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball, foul. 2 strikes on the kid, Gary Carter. Hernandez on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Oh, God. Shoe dropped another one. He should get him on this one now. But Hernandez is going to move up to second. Why he couldn't catch that ball is beyond me. Oh, wait. It's because it's Rick Shoe. Miss out on a double play there doing that. Schmitty would have had that bare hand. Like I said, I can't be. Well, let's not show a highlight and kiss the guy's ass here. He dropped the ball and screwed up a double play. Could potentially be 4-0 now because of this moron. Yeah, never did anything. Hernandez on second. That'll bring Strawberry to the plate. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Strawberry, a tall drink of water here, man. That's all I got to say. The 0-1 from Kuzman. Curveball to the outside. Strawberry fouls that one off, too. It was a quick 0-2 to that right fielder. And there's on second. Oh, and he strikes out Strawberry on a high heater. He's been trying to get that pitch to connect all afternoon. He finally does on one of the Mets' best hitters.
Up next for the Mets, the left fielder, George.
Look at that. Just blew it right by him. 42-year-old still got some stuff there. But with Strawberry swinging and missing, that'll be 2 down for the veteran George Foster. 2 down. Keith Hernandez at second. Mets up 3-0 here in the top of the 6th. Fastball. It's a strike for Foster. George has got some power. I mean, he's in this later stages of his career here playing the outfield for New York, but he's not to be looked over, overlooked, whatever. Another fastball, ground ball to Schmidt. He's up on the passes to Kuzman, and that will retire the side. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 3-0 Mets. Switch. Phillies are going to pitch hit here. I believe they'll bring in Don Carmen as Luis Aguayo comes off the bench here. Luis, a utility player, plays a lot of middle infield and some outfield. With the left-hander, we're going to go with a right-handed pitch hitter. And I believe that Jerry Kuzman's day is done. You'll see Carmen in the 7th inning. It's Luis Aguayo, pitched by Fernandez. Oh, and he hits it. He thinks it's going to get by Fernandez, but no, the former MVP fields it easily. Throws to Fernandez to put Aguayo away. It's 1 down. Look at this shot. Look at that. Actually turned out better because he's left-handed. He's able to get it easy. Nice, easy flip to Fernandez. And Aguayo's set down No problem whatsoever. Lineup flips over. Here's the Secretary of Defense, Gary Maddox. As he looks at a first pitch strike, it's a curveball. The 0-1 to Maddox. Fouls it away. It's 0-2. Oh, he hits the ball right back to Fernandez. The Phillies are having no luck to get this ball out of the infield. And that'll be 2 down. That'll bring up John Russell, left fielder, who's really, he's not knocking anybody's socks off today. With his fielding, running, or hitting. Maybe he can change that here. I wish more announcers could be this keen. I mean, it's because it's my channel. I can say what I want. It's not, the real people. But still, I think, I watched Harry Cowles melt down in like 2004 or something. The Phillies weren't doing good as Sid's into the windup. First pitch to Russell. And he'll ground out, Backman up with it, throws to Hernandez, and that will quickly retire the Phillies here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no excitement of any kind. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, the Mets still on top, 3-0. Phillies holding strong with just those 2 hits.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here we are in the bottom of the 6th, and the new pitcher is going to be Don Carmen. He's a left-hander, 24 years of age.
39.
He is ready to go here. First going to face Howard Johnson, the Mets right fielder. Carmen almost exclusively pitches from the stretch, and here's the delivery. Check swing, strike by Hojo. It's 0-1. Carmen from the stretch. Slider, 0-2. 2 quick strikes to the Mets third baseman. Let's see what Don Carmen can do here with 0-2. Here it is. Oh, and he gets him quickly on an off-speed pitch. He was out in front of it. That's 1 down here in the 7th.
The batter, number 3.
It's hard to tell about the scoreboard up there. I do go for the authenticity.
Santana.
Next to the dish will be Rafael Santana. He's going to look at a ball low. It's 1 of them. Carmen again from the stretch. Here it is. Grounds one down to third. Shoe up with it. First clean play he's made all day. He barely gets to Speedy Santana at first. We have 2 down now.
The pitcher, number 50, Sid Fernandez.
Way to go, Rick. That's what you're supposed to do. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Sid Fernandez, who they're leaving in here. I don't know if it's because it's a lefty on lefty or just because he's doing such a stupendous job. Carmen with the delivery. Pitch is low for ball 1. Can't seem to do anything too fancy here against the pitcher spot. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So Big Fat Sid is down 0-2 here real quick with 2 outs at the top of the 7th. Phil's down 3-0. Carmen into the stretch. Here's the pitch. Stewart.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Down.
We got our balls and strikes missed up there. Now it's 2 strikes, folks. Sorry. Carmen once again into the strikes. Either I got my thing mixed up or the umpire did, but here's the pitch. And he's on, he's out of there. Got the strikeout anyways. Carmen comes in and does his job at the top of the 7th. No runs for the Mets, no base runners even, as the Phillies are still down 3-0. Stretch time here in South Philadelphia. Bottom of the 7th, that'll bring Juan Samuel to the plate.
For the Phillies, the second
still
baseman,
in there.
number 8.
Nope.
Samuel takes the first pitch low for a ball. Fernandez usually doesn't pitch this lights out in the game. I mean, he's not an overpowering pitcher. He throws a lot of off-speed positional stuff. The 1-0. Samuel fouls that ball out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Juan Samuel. Hernandez into his windup. Fouls it off again. Just fouled. First base bag. It's 1-2. The Phillies' second baseman. Hernandez again. Here's the pitch. Outside. Counts even at 2-2. Samuel hits one in there cleanly. Oh, that might drop in, folks. Samuel's around first. He's heading for second. This guy's got some speed. Thought he might go to third, but Juan Samuel's over the leadoff double, and the Phillies have finally come alive. Here in the bottom of the 7th. And I just caught a nice pitch, hit it into the alley. Mookie wasn't in the right position. He was never going to be able to cut that ball off. But he did keep it from going to third, so the Phils have a base runner with nobody out. For the terror at the plate he is, Michael Jack Schmidt. He's got 1 hit earlier on in the day, a single. Digging into the batter's box. Samuel on second, nobody out. Schmidt at the plate. Here's Fernandez with the first pitch of the bat. Checks the runner. Schmidt hits one high up in the air there. Samuel's going to tag. Strawberry's going to try to get him. He's got no chance of getting it there. Samuel is the speedster on the base path. Now we have Glenn Wilson, right fielder. Defensively a hero. Let's see if he can be an offensive hero against El Cid, who's lights out here. Curveball strike. That looks a little low, man. These umps are not doing me any. They're not doing the Phillies any favors. They're not doing great if you ask me. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball short. The Phils get a run finally, so it's 3-1 now as Wilson grounds to Santana. That'll be 6-3. Wilson gets an RBI. It's now 3-1. Samuel scores on the fielder's choice. Rick Shue up now, the third baseman. He's hitless. And I think he still may be hitless after this as Wilson runs that one down and then will retire the side. So you got 1 run if Samuel scores on the fielder's choice. We're going into the 8th. It's the Mets 3 and the Phils 1. Sheesh. Pace of this one's slagging, isn't it? Carmen's going to stay on the mound as he's going to face Wally Backman, who's homered and a dynamite play earlier on second base. Carmen with the pitch. Fastball low. Back. Foul away. It's 0-1. It's the 0-1 with the back. Fly ball. Right to Wilson. That'll be 1 away. I mean, here's the matchup here. Fernandez only has 3 strikeouts to this Kuzma, but 7 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run versus 3 earned runs. I mean, it's not a horrible matchup here of 2 southpaws, but I mean, Kuzma had some positional problems in the beginning. That'll bring up Mookie Wilson, speedy center fielder. Carmen's faced him yet today. Well, here's the first pitch. Low for a ball. The 1-0 by Carmen. Oh, now it's 2-0. Get behind here. You don't want to put a guy like Wilson on the bases. I mean, he's very, very fast. 2-0 by Carmen. Swing and a miss. 3-1. Carmen trying to crack the rotation this year. It just wasn't that, but he's done well from the relief from the bullpen. 2-1 to Mookie Wilson as Carmen goes into the stretch. Here's a delivery. Ooh, a curveball that would have been ball 3, but Mookie swings it and fouls it off. Counts even at 2-2. 2 strikes. Where's he going to go with him on this one? As he's into the windup. Fastball, swung on it, missed, struck him out. Wow, that wasn't the fastest of fastballs, but It was like, I throw it here and I dare you to hit it.
Hernandez.
Splitter. Split finger fastball. 5-inch break, 1,129 RPMs. Back in 1985, nobody knew what the hell that stuff meant anyway. They barely had the scoreboard on the screen half the time. They talk about RPMs and all this other stuff. Bring up Hernandez with 2 outs. Splitter low for a ball. Hernandez having a heck of a day, but on base twice. A couple of decent defensive plays. He's ahead of the count 1. Stretched by a car. That's up the middle. Samuel gets to it. Throws to first. Oh, and Hernandez beats him by a step. I'd like to see that again. I don't know what the hell Samuel was doing here. He really took his time. He could have just thrown it while he was running. Nah, he had him. He beat him by a step, folks. The Phillies are going to have to bring up somebody else in the bullpen here. As the veteran Larry Anderson gets this righty. Bring up Gary Carter. 2 outs. Runners on first. Mets lead 3-1.
Nope.
Splitter low for a ball. Counts 1-0. Carter, one of the best catchers in the National League and all of baseball. That doesn't matter. Long-time Montreal Expo. One of their finest periods. The pitch. Ooh. 2-0. That looked like a strike coming from up here. But I'm up here and I'm not down on the field. Carmen's behind 2-0. Pitcher from the stretch here is the pitch to Carter. Oh, when it's in the dirt, Virgil does not mess around, throws the ball up the center run. Sheesh. Is he wearing that glove that I said they got at Juan San Juan Day? I wonder he can't catch them. Pitch by Carbon. Ooh, Splitter, high for a strike. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here's Carmen again. Fouled off by Gary Carter. Oh, he's got 2 strikes on him after being in front of the count. 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 7th. Carmen into the windup here. Foul off again. Two strikes on Gary Carter. Foul ball. Ah, shoot, makes another bad play. Don't even bother throwing it. What are you doing? Oh my God. It's frustrating watching a guy sit there taking over for a legend like this, and he can't field. I went to a game last year where Alec Bohm made 2 or 3 errors. And then they put him at first, the next day he made another one. Darryl Strawberry at the plate now. First and second for the Mets with 2 outs, 3-1 lead. Fouls it off out of play. It's the splitter. So this time Strawberry's on base. He was thrown out at home by the rocket arm of number 12, Glenn Wilson, in right field. Pitch by Carter. Another foul ball. It's 0-2. The fans are getting up for this one. They suspect Carmen's going to get out of this one. 2 strikes to Strawberry. Runners off first and second. Top of the 8th. Phillies down 3-1. Carmen in the stretch. Did you see Hernandez on second? Here's the pitch. High fly ball. It looks like Russell jogging over. And the Phillies dodge a bullet on that one. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Steve Jeltz, Ozzie Virgil on the pitcher spot up. It's the Mets 3 and the Phillies 1. Bringing on number 30, Steve Jeltz. He's 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out.
Not shortstop, number 30.
Jeltz is split time and short with Rick Shue. But if Rick Shue's going to be on any side of on any position on that side of the infield from now on, means he's made several errors today. Hernandez still in there for the 8th. He's going for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Jeltz fouls out. Play. It's the 0-1 from Fernandez. Grounds it up the middle, but not hard enough as Backman's going to get it. Throws the first. One away.
The catcher, number 17.
These balls are getting hit up the middle, but they're not getting hit hard enough. He's able to get them completely and easily. Now here's the catcher, Ozzie Virgil. One out, nobody on. Phil's down 3-1. Bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch by Fernandez. Ozzie's going to hit that up the middle. Backman can't get to it. Virgil's going to wind up safety. First, I believe they're going to rule that a base hit. Phillies left on the bench: Hayes, Hooker, and Stone, Dalton, Gross, Thomas, and Foley. All lefties other than Thomas, who I've never even heard of. So, I don't know if you're going to be seeing any of them in there as they're going to pinch hit for somebody. It's good for Von Hayes. They traded 5 players for him. Including Bake McBride, Julio Franco, and Manny Trio. Like, 2 linchpins of the 80 team, and probably the greatest shortstop in the American League in the 80s and 90s, not named Cal Ripken. Here's the first pitch to Hayes. He's going to line that up the middle. Easy double play ball for Backman to Santana to Hernandez, and that will retire the side. Way to go, Von. Living up to form. Whoever said this game isn't realistic is wrong. It's the Mets 3 and the Phillies 1 as we head to the top of the 9th. LA Larry Anderson going to come on to pitch the 9th here. 29-year-old right-hander. Been with the Phillies for about 5 years now. And he's going to face George Foster.
Leading off for the Mets, the left fielder.
LA, another one. Foster stretch. And here's the pitch. Foster fouls one down third base line. The Mets pitching staff goes running for cover on that one. It's 0-1. Stretch. Here's the 0-1 to Foster. That's going to be a high fly ball. It looked like it was hit hard up, but Russell easily gets to that one, and there's one away here at the top of the 9th.
Johnson.
That's going to bring up the switch hitting Howard Johnson, who'll now go from the left-handed side. Johnson, quite a big part of one of those good Tigers teams where he came here. He's going to look at a change-up. 0-1. The 0-1 to Hojo. Ooh. Nice cutter, 0-2. 2 strikes to Johnson. Here's the pitch by Anderson. Ground ball, Schmidt at first. He's up a bit. Steps on the bag, and there's 2 away here at the top. I'll bring up Rafael Santana. By Anderson. Change up, foul down play. 0-1 to Rapids. The stretch and the pitch. Foul out of play. So it's quickly 0-2 for Rafael Santana. LA hopes to get the strikeout here. He's missed 1 for 8th. 1 from top of the 9th. High fly ball. And it's a foul out of play. Wilson was trying to get over it. There was just no shot. So still have 2 strikes. Shortstop Rafael Santana. Here's Anderson. Slider gets him. Struck him right out there. And the Mets go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Phils. The Mets up 3-1. Looks like we're going to have a double switch here. Not quite sure who it is yet, but the Mets are going to bring in a reliever. Roger McDowell is off the bench to pitch for New York. He's known for his mischievous pranks. He's going to face Gary Maddox, John Russell, and Watson with 1-2-3 here. So here's McDowell in the lineup. Oh, long fly ball. Maddox got a hold of that one. That's going to drop in there. And it's a ground rule double as it just hits the trash bag above the fence there. Phillies get a base runner and a leadoff here. It's nobody out. Maddox on second for John Russell. Now's the time where the Phillies can utilize that left-handed bench of all left-handed batters. Let's see if they're going to do that. Russell hasn't done much of the dish today anyway. He is right-handed. So. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Greg Gross, the lefty's going to come in. The pinch hit can't get thrown off. He's going to come in and pinch hit for John Russell. Take over in left field if the Phillies make it out of this inning. He's tying the score. First pitch to Gross. Foul on the right side. Right down the first base bag at Hernandez. 0-1 to Greg Gross. Pitch, just a bit outside, counts even 1-1. I know some of you out there probably saying McDowell won number 42, but I hate to tell you, you can't make anybody number 42 in this game because they've taken it out. Fans on their feet here, hoping Greg Gross can pull something. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He's going to knock that right into the outfield, but not hard enough for Maddox to go anywhere. So the Phillies have runners at first and second with nobody out. I'll bring up Juan Samuel. Juan Samuel off the dish, facing closer Roger McDowell. Long fly ball there. But it looks like Foster's going to be able to get it. And that's one down. Look what Samuel initially took that for a ride.
The first baseman, Mike.
Nothing doing.
Schmidt.
It's going to bring up Mike Schmidt. Only got one hit this afternoon. A CNI single in the beginning of the game. See if Schmidt can send this South Philadelphia Veterans Stadium. Home crowd happy. He's going to look at the first pitch from McDowell. Right. Oh, Schmidt knows he shouldn't swing that one. Shit hit his head. He's inside. Broke outside. 2-seat fifth. The 0-1 to Schmidt. Just a bit outside. Tried to border this. It's 1-1. Roger would come to the Phillies in about 5 years or so. He was a favorite of mine. He was very decent pitcher. He's just a funny guy. Counts even 1-1. Schmidt, here's the pitch from McDowell. Schmidt's going to pop that one up. Nobody's going anywhere. We got 2 outs here, folks. The bottom of the ninth. As it comes down to the right fielder with the rocking arm. Yes, I've talked about him before. My father's nemesis, Glenn Wilson. I think he hated him because we sat behind right field one year. That's all you could see. It was so bad. Let's see if Glenn can bring it on home here. As here's the opening pitch from McDowell. Oh, he grounds it to Johnson and spears it easy, and that will retire the side, end the ball game. Final score: the Mets 3 and the Phillies 1. They really never got off the schneid here today, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets were they got on early and just never. They didn't do much after the 3-0 score, but it should actually be 2-0. But McDowell gets the save. Fernandez gets the win. The loss will go to Jared Kuzma. 3-1 our final here today as the Phils fall to the rival New York Mets. Like I said, they went down early. But, you can't win them all. There's a replay of the backman shot. And Strawberry knocking in a few. Phil's continue this series here tomorrow on PRISM. I'm Dick Taco. I hope you've all enjoyed this afternoon's game. this evening's game, whatever the hell I'm showing us. Nice tag there by Ozzy Virgil. But we'll see you next time.
Get your hand off my penis!